When you look at the state of play right now, you had some drama with Haley there last night. I thought she handled the town hall well. Tim Scott getting into it with people on The View. How do you think this is working in terms of the mix and who's making moves?
So, you talked about Haley playing the game, and I kept thinking, but not very well, right? If you're going to play the game, if you're going to do the things that you're describing, and by the way, as you fairly pointed out, politicians in both parties, all politicians do a certain amount of no matter what. People don't say everything that they're thinking all of the time. These are the facts of life. What I observe with Haley, though, is somebody who doesn't understand. Well, first of all, I don't understand the motivation for her run. I'm sure she believes she would be an excellent president, but I don't get the reason. I don't get the cause for her running, because basically what she's doing, and I think the abortion answer was very typical of why she has struggled, which is, tell people what you believe. This is the part of the nominating process in which people are going to look at the different candidates and decide who lines up. Whether you agree or disagree with Mike Pence, or whether you agree or disagree with Tim Scott on the question of abortion, they're telling voters where they are. They're being themselves. Haley has a bunch of these canned answers like that, like her answer about the women's issue of our time, that feel focus grouped, workshopped, phony, pat answers instead of being herself. What you are supposed to do in this moment is be yourself. And the reason that Tim Scott was so good in his exchange on The View, the reason that was so good was because he was being himself. This is the part of the nominating process where you put it out there, the voters like it or they don't like it, and then you worry about the electability part later. She's trying to put the cart before the horse.
Well, because she's checking all the boxes of what they say scares those primary voters, and they're the most motivated. Dusty, do you want to play the Tim Scott thing, or is it too long, or you didn't love it? All right, here's some of it. Dusty's a great judge on this stuff. Go ahead. Let's play some.
One of the reasons why I'm on the show is because of the comments that were made, frankly, on this show, that the only way for a young African-American kid to be successful in this country is to be the exception and not the rule. That is a dangerous, offensive, disgusting message to send to our young people today, that the only way to succeed is by being the exception. I will tell you that if my life is the exception, I can't imagine.
But it is.
But it's not, actually. It's been
114 years.
Yeah, so the fact of the matter is we've had an African-American president, African-American vice president. We've had 2 African-Americans to be secretaries of the state.
So, look, one, you always get points with me if you go to a place that isn't dying to have you, except for a meal. So what do you think the value was to Tim Scott? Full stop.
He showed that he could do exactly what you said. There's a lesson in there for Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis avoids the press. He tries to talk only to friendly outlets. The way that you win, the way that you get ahead is you go into the hostile setting. You go into the place where, as you say, they don't want to have you but for dinner. They don't want to have you but medium rare. And you go in, and if you have the stuff, right, here's the thing. I loved what Chris Stirewalt said. I love the energy that he put out there, because if you don't have it and you're not feeling it and that's not what's on your heart to go into this is a hellacious thing to go into. To run for president is a hellacious business. It's hard on you. It's hard on the people that love you and that you love. It's tough. So if you don't have something to say and you don't have some fire in your belly that you want to go out and do that, there's no reason to do it. You cannot calculate a plot through this that lacks heart. And what Tim Scott keeps showing is that he's got heart, that he wants to do this, and that his cause, his message about optimism, about his personal narrative, and about that stuff comes through. That gets you ahead.
Quick button. What's your favorite cut of steak?
Well, look, I got to say, I had the strip tonight. I'm for it. Strip is correct, but we all know that the ribeye is the king. The ribeye is the king of steaks, but, I try to save that for more of the special occasions.
I am feeling the skirt steak myself these days. However, I put a ribeye on the line. You believe Senator Manchin is going to run as an independent?
I mean, I'll take that action. If you put up a nice fillet of those beautiful fish that you're catching, I will put up a ribeye on my side of the table. I think that if you're Joe Manchin running for president as an independent, probably looks more interesting and appealing than going back to my West Virginia, and getting clouded in a quadrennial election where the Republican top of the ticket's going to lead by 40 points I think Manchin probably sees more interesting things to be done in a national campaign.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.